It's tarot time.
In the days of the Song dynasty, when China's rivers carried silk, porcelain, and knowledge across the world, there was a print shop in Kaifeng where ink clung to every surface like the breath of the earth. Inside, a young apprentice named Meilin bent over her work. She ground the pine soot into liquid darkness, pressed brushes against parchment, and copied her master's strokes with steady hands. Her master Zhang was a man of iron rules. To him, every word carved into wood was sacred, and every tradition a fortress to be defended. He had taught Meilin to bow before the past, to honor the way things had always been. Yet even as her hands obeyed, her mind strayed. She saw possibilities others ignored. She saw how the knife might cut differently, how blocks might be arranged and rearranged. She was young, curious, and restless, the very spirit of the Page of Pentacles. One night, as the shop lay in silence, Meilin stayed behind. The lamps burned low. She took scraps of wood and began to carve. Not a whole page as Master Zhang demanded, but small characters, one at a time. She set them side by side, shifting them like chess pieces. She pressed them against the inkstone, stamped them onto paper, and held her breath. The marks were crude, uneven, yet they formed words. For the first time, letters did not have to live and die with a single block. They could move, rearrange, multiply. Her hands trembled. She had stumbled upon a seed of power. Days passed. She hid her little experiment in the folds of her robe, pulling it out only in secret. But seeds demand soil. Her heart ached with the weight of choice. Should she reveal it to her master, giving him the fruit of her discovery? Or should she keep it and perhaps one day plant it in her own field? Her struggle deepened when Scholar Leo returned to the shop. He was a traveler, a seeker of books, always eager for new texts. His eyes, sharp and kind, lingered on Meilin as she worked. He saw her questions before she spoke them aloud. One afternoon, he leaned close and whispered,
"The world changes when knowledge flows freely. One day, someone will break the walls that slow its flood. Perhaps it will be you."
Meilin flushed with shame and longing. Could she truly dare? The moment of truth came sooner than she expected. One evening, Master Zhang found her bent over her hidden carvings. He lifted the tiny blocks from her hands, his eyes dark as storm clouds.
"Child, do you know what danger you bring? Tradition is a wall that keeps chaos at bay. If you tear it down, what will remain? These ideas of yours are not clever. They are reckless. They invite punishment from the guild, suspicion from the scholars. Do not think you can outgrow the soil that raised you."
His words struck her like blows. But before her tears could fall, another voice joined the room. Scholar Leo had entered quietly. He gazed at the scattered characters on the table and smiled.
"This is no recklessness. This is vision. These blocks are not danger, but destiny. Do you not see, Master Zhang? With this, books could be printed not for the few, but for the many. Knowledge could travel faster than silk, further than spice. You would chain her discovery in shadows, but it belongs to the light."
The room quivered with silence. Meilin stood between two men, her master's shadow and the scholar's promise. One offered safety, respect, and the weight of tradition. The other offered risk, uncertainty, and a chance to change the world. Her heart pounded. She thought of the countless hands that might one day hold a book, the children who might learn to read, the wisdom that might cross mountains and seas. She thought also of the punishments that might fall upon her family, the shame of betraying the man who had fed and taught her. She closed her eyes. In her mind, she saw the Page of Pentacles holding a coin like a seed. A seed is not meant to stay in a pocket. It is meant to be planted. When she opened her eyes, she bowed to Master Zhang.
Forgive me. I have learned all you could give, but now my path must bend away from yours.
Tears glistened in his eyes, though his face remained stern. He turned away, his silence heavier than any curse. Scholar Leo placed a hand on her shoulder.
Then let us walk into tomorrow.
And so Meilin left the shop where she had first tasted ink, carrying with her not only her small blocks of wood, but the courage to plant a seed that could outlive her name. The years that followed were filled with struggle. She was tested, doubted, and dismissed. But her discovery grew roots, and though history would not remember her face, it would remember her gift. For books became cheaper, knowledge swifter, and the soil of the world richer for her planting. So Seeker, the Page of Pentacles reminds us that every beginning is fragile, every seed uncertain. When curiosity opens a door, fear and tradition may try to close it. Yet progress is born when someone dares to study harder, to risk deeper, to believe that what begins in shadow can blossom in light. And now I ask you, when you hold a seed of power in your hands, will you let it grow under another's shadow, or strike your own root in the open earth?